Hello, hello! Hi everybody! How's it going today? I just got back from a super long bike ride, so man, I'm super tired, but I still definitely wanted to get to this. Depending on how far we get today, maybe I'll do some tomorrow too. We'll see. But yeah, so I made a little bit of progress on the game. So I thought maybe first I would go over some of the changes I made to get set up for today, and then we'll get down to you know, the real nitty gritty. So I'll go ahead and bring up first I'll explain a bit about what I did. So like, here's the game. So you know, looks the same, right? But if you check out the console, well, that's a lot of gateway timeouts. Let's refresh. So uh-oh. No, I didn't start the server. Let's start the server there. Okay, so yeah, so what you'll see here is I've got some like test debug spew, and basically what's going on is every time I shoot a bullet, I'm actually sending a message to the game server and getting back a response. And I have my own little window where I can see from the game server's perspective, but I don't really need to show you that. But so that's kind of what changed. So let's go over some of the changes I made to get there. So let's hide the game and bring up the GitHub app. So I've been using the GitHub desktop app. It's pretty handy. Hopefully, I don't know how visible this is really. Let me maybe if I adjust some things, I can make it a little bigger. So I made a few different changes. So the first thing I did was I added Socket.io. So Socket.io is a really popular framework for having like a Node.js server and talking to a client JavaScript app. I mean, you can have all kinds of different front ends for your Node server, but JavaScript's nice because then you know, the server and the client are both written in JavaScript, which is pretty handy. So I'll just go over some of the changes I made. So I added a little script to start up my server with NodeDaemon. That just starts the server. The main thing was I added Socket.io and Socket.io client to my my packages with npm. And then so here's kind of the main changes to my server. You can see that I just included a bunch of stuff, but the real important part is Socket.io. So basically the way Socket.io works is your client can just send messages to the server, and the server can send messages back to the client. So when you connect, you get this connection message in your server, and you connect, and then you can basically set up a bunch of message handlers after that. So you can see I'm handling the disconnect message, and I've also got like a hello message that the client's going to send. And in that case, then I've just got some console debug spew. But if you want to send a message back to the client, you've got Socket a bit. So then over on the in my game scene, I've got the Socket.io JavaScript client. And for now, I just made it like a member variable in the class. And in the constructor, basically, I connect to the socket and send a message. Well, the emit sends the message. The one, similar to how I did in the server, you just set up a bunch of handlers for different messages. So in this case, when we get the ACK message, we do a console line. You can see on the server, when you get the hello, it sends ACK. Pretty straightforward. And the console debug spew just helps me see that it's all working. And you can see I also emit this test message when I press the spacebar. That's cool. I had to change Webpack configuration a little bit. So it got a little weird with the Webpack dev server because the Webpack dev server doesn't really run your code by default, so I want to run my own Node server. But for the Webpack dev server, I'll just have it redirect any Socket.io traffic to my my Node server, which is running on localhost port 3000. So, and that was configured up in my my server.js, where I changed the port to 3000. So that's kind of the first change I made. But then I realized I probably want to share some code between client and server, so I needed to change some stuff. So I had to, if you ever do any JavaScript development with web stuff, I'm sure you'll eventually run into problems with, configuring CommonJS versus ES6, like what kind of JavaScript can run on the server and what kind can run on the client. And there's so many different ways to fix this, it's actually quite confusing. But the way I found was that you can, Node.js, if you include this type module in your package.json, then in the server you can actually switch over to using imports instead of require statements. So basically this change was I had to go and change a bunch of stuff there, and I've gone ahead and made some folders to hold like the common shared stuff between the client and the server. Right now I just had some strings that I could print out, and then I made like a server class that's going to actually start handling all of our server code. And the server directory as well is going to be pretty important. Over in the main scene, I think I mainly just included the common stuff and had some more console log lines, So yeah, nothing really special here except just moving all the code around a bit. So like my server will just create a my server object, and that's about it really. Not super exciting, but I had to change Webpack a lot. You can see where I changed all the requires to imports, and that was a bit of a mess. But I don't really want to get too into it. If someone has a question about what I did, I can always let you know. But the biggest problem was fixing up the directory name, because Node has, or the Webpack server uses this dir name thing, but that doesn't even exist when you start using the EX6 module stuff. And then I did it wrong here, and in the next change I fixed it up. But basically, the important part is you're supposed to, the way you get the dir name is basically this code, where you import a file URL to path and call it on import meta URL. I found this online, but yeah, pretty annoying that I had to go figure that out. But yeah, that's pretty much what I did. So now we're all set up to carry over shared code between the client and server. So that'll be pretty handy, because we're basically going to need to run the simulation on the client and the server. So I've kind of decided on like a client-server model versus peer-to-peer, just because that's kind of what I know how to do. I don't really think this app is going to be super intense on needing to be like frame perfect or anything. But I do plan on having some kind of like maybe rollback-ish type logic similar to what's in the fighting games. But let's go over to our to-do list. So I've already set up the simple socket IO and follow this guy. I already did kind of that. So the first thing we need to do kind of is really set up some kind of lobby that when you join the game, you can start sending messages back and forth between the server and the client. So basically, the idea here is what we're going to do. The server is going to run the simulation, and each client will send up its input. Similar to how I've already kind of broken it apart in simulation. Let's see, where was that? Simulation, yeah. So, right, we've kind of already abstracted it a bit with submit input, you pass your input in, right? So instead of passing it locally to this class, you can imagine passing it up to the server instead. And then the server will validate that input and add it into the simulation, and then it can send out messages to the other clients. saying what you did and your updated position, that kind of thing. And we'd really like to stay in sync, so we'll probably also be passing up like what frame of the simulation we did the input on. That way the server can kind of roll back if it needs to and fix up anything before sending it to the other client. And what I'll probably end up doing is having a lot of the events, like if when bullets hit stuff, that kind of thing. I'll probably have that all driven by the server. That way, you don't see anything that's incorrect on your screen, really. So yeah, for now, we'll try to keep it as simple as possible, because, as they always say, keep it simple, stupid. So, multiplayer, you can kind of get as complicated as you want, and, we're just an indie dev. We don't want to get super complicated here, so let's try to keep it simple. So for now, I think the first order of business will be getting the both players in the same game lobby, and maybe starting to send input back and forth. Let's go back to our to-do list. So this is kind of a big item. So we want to do the lobby first. And the first part of this, moving into the server, like send character movement to server and to the remote client via the server, of course. And then we also want to send bullet events as well. We're basically just not going to worry about bullets at first. I'm kind of winging it here. Most of my server dev has been with turn-based games, which are of course much more simple than this. So I'm actually a little worried about keeping everything in sync. But yeah, we'll just have to hope that it doesn't get too complicated, I think. We might end up having to have me go read some stuff later to figure out any problems I encounter. Okay, well, the lobby part should at least be pretty easy. I mean, I wrote simple in front of it, right? How easy could it be? Alright, so, basically when you connect, let's see. What we could do is have some kind of like join game button. That's probably the easiest way to do it. So from the server's perspective, it's going to be listening for like a join game message from the client. And probably what we'll do is, for now, I might just have a single game you can join, because we don't need to worry about multiple people, at least yet, trying to play our game. So, yeah, let's, so like, try to join the game, if we'll return error, or send an error. It doesn't really make sense to, I mean, you can have it like return stuff, but really it just makes more sense to just emit another message. So we'll do that. So we join a game, and we'll need some more classes for sure. Like, let's have a gameroom.js. So I ran into this weird problem, like I couldn't have TypeScript in the Node server. I don't really know what's up with that, but whatever. We'll survive without TypeScript. I mean, it's not like I'm even really using a lot of the features anyways. So it should be fine. So So yeah, we'll call this game room. And well, basically, so there are a few different multiplayer type engine things we could use online to make things easier for us. I haven't looked too hard into them, so we'll probably just swing it ourselves right now. With the socket has a I think it has like a socket ID or something. I'll have to look up what it's called actually, because I don't remember. Let's take a look at the server API. I'm pretty sure there's a socket ID field. We could debug the server, but I don't know if I want to go that far. Debugging the server does get pretty interesting though, because you usually have to use Chrome. Chrome has a neat inspect feature that lets you inspect the server, which is pretty cool. Let's see. I know there's something. Oh, Socket.io actually has support for rooms. But I don't think I want to use that either. I'll just use my own stuff. Oh, there's probably like a Socket.io cheat sheet or something online someone has. Let's see, this is an emit cheat sheet. There should be. Let's see. I guess I should have looked up Socket.io a little bit more before getting started. But whatever. Okay, I found it. So it is indeed socket.id. So the socket ID is socket ID. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll go ahead and we're just gonna have a single game room. I think I can still use TypeScript. So the annotations can only be used in TypeScript files. Alright, I guess not. Alright, so we'll have a game room. And in the constructor, we will make a new game room. I can delete that. Game room equals new game room. It's not adding the imports automatically for me, unfortunately. Alright, there we go. Alright, so we'll import the game room, which I haven't really done anything with yet. Alright, and then basically we want to do like join equals this, or I guess we have to use self here because we're in a callback. Self.gameroom.join room, and we'll pass the socket ID of the socket, and then if joined, we'll emit joined game. Otherwise, game full. What I could do actually, maybe I could just call it like join game response, and I could true for success and false for failure. We can make this a more complicated object if we need to later. Alright. Let's have our join room function. And we'll pass it in a socket ID. Alright, so then, again, keeping things simple, we'll have our, I guess I don't even need, let's see, yeah, let's just do, we'll have like P1 and P2 as, which socket it is. We'll probably want to make some more classes later, or at some point. Yeah, for now we'll just do some simple stuff. Let's have like a reset function. Alright, so then if they try to join the room, we'll say if P1 and P2 are already set, we'll just return false. Otherwise, if P1 is set, then you're P2. Otherwise, you're P1. Alright, so we'll join the room. That way, we'll just record who's in the room. We could have you pass up like your name or something, but maybe we'll not do that for now. Let's see. And then we should probably in our disconnect message have like a leave room with a socket ID. We'll just use socket ID for now instead of a local variable. So let's have our leave room function. And this will get a lot more complicated. But for now, we'll just have it be zeroing out the socket ID. We'll probably be making it do a lot more complicated things later, like resetting the game or that kind of thing. But alright, so now you should be able to join a game and get a join game response. Let's go ahead and make sure that all works from the client side. Let's see. Let's also have we'll put some server debugs view just for me. Alright, cool. I'm gonna go ahead and just delete these messages because I don't need them for anything. And I don't need this test function. I don't know what that was for. Let's I'll leave this commented out up there because we're eventually gonna have some shared code and actually use it, right? Let me make sure I wasn't calling anything weird from here. Yeah, we're good. Okay, cool. Let's go over to the client side. So I was thinking, probably want to add like a join game button or something on screen. Right now on screen, what do we have? We've just got a new game. So let's have a join game button that's pretty close to that. So new game button. Let's go ahead and add this join game button. And it'll just say join game. And we'll put it at like 250. Alright, that should get it on screen. But we do need to fix up the socket stuff. So the act doesn't exist anymore. We don't need to do that. And we don't need to event hello either. But we are going to want to know about the join game response. which has a success boolean in it. I need a comma. There we go. And then let's have some text show up on screen somewhere. Maybe just on the right or something. I took a peek at my screen and it looks like the join game button's a little too close to the new game button. Let me just, no, that's still too close. Let me rearrange it here. Alright, that'll be reasonable for now. It's overlapping some text, but it's fine. Okay. So yeah, let's have some text. That is gonna be our online info text. And we're just gonna copy the font for like the energy and the health or something like that. Let's see. No, that's just that. Maybe we'll just copy, we'll copy the WASD. Yeah, we'll copy this guy. Just for handiness. And we're gonna put it at, we're gonna put it all the way over there. For height, let's just have it at like 100. And the text will be, not online to start. Or maybe like, disconnected or something like that. And this is just some text. Just copy this. It's not in quite a good spot yet. Let me, let's do origin 00. Maybe that'll fix it up a little. Alright, that's pretty good. We'll plus some buffer, just plus 5 or something. Alright, so, I'm gonna show you real quick. So now I've got the, oh, you can't quite see it. If I move it over a little, you can see. Now I've got this disconnected text. And I've got, the join game button, which, doesn't really do anything yet, but, that's fine. Let's see, we're gonna go ahead and shrink this down a little bit. That'll make it easier the next time I turn it on. Okay. So, when we get a join game response, if success, we'll do something, and then elsewise, yeah. So we're gonna set the online info text actually. Failed to join game. Joined game successfully. All right. So that should work. Let's hook up the join game button. Where did I put that? Yeah, let's just have it do like socket.emit join game. There's no parameters yet. I don't think, right? Yeah, the join game doesn't have any parameters yet, so we'll just do that for simply. We'll probably make some functions and stuff for this stuff later. But yeah, so now I should be able to join the game. So let's see what happens. Because I think my server automatically restarts and updates the code. So we'll hit join game. Looks like we got a failed to join game message. Which is interesting. Is there anything in our... There's nothing in our console about that. I still... I don't need this line anymore. let me just restart my server. Alright, and then we'll try again real quick. Still got a fail to join game. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay, well, let's take a look at the server. So we sent the join game message, and we did get a join game response, but it was false. So let's look at the game room. Did game room? No. So I didn't actually return anything, of course, in the true case. So let's do that. And now we should be able to join successfully. Oh man. Okay, so our server restarted. So now we should be able to click join game after we refresh. Alright, join game successfully. It's a bit cut off. Maybe we can fix that. 'Cause I'll probably be using that for some more debug messages. Let's see. What do I need to change for that? Maybe the width. Can we do like set width? No, maybe I could just say width equals like 50. I'm curious what happens in that case. It doesn't seem to have done anything. I don't think that was really a parameter, right? Because it's just the text. I mean, the text style, I guess. There's probably like, maybe in here we should do like 50 pics or something. I don't know. No, it doesn't seem to like that. Width doesn't exist in the text style. We can always just ask Mr. Internet about the Phaser 3 text width. And we'll just go to the documentation. That's what you need to do when you program stuff. There's display width, padding width, width of the text object. There is a word wrap. Let's see. So maybe online info text basic word wrap. I don't know if this is I don't think this is quite what I want, actually. I thought it would just kind of do this for me automatically, so I'm a little confused. Maybe it's something in the styles. Let's see. Okay, so there's actually, there's this, and maybe we can just do a short 100 or so. Let's see, did that do anything? Okay, well that seems to have wrapped it. A little, a little aggressive perhaps. I don't know how far the game goes out that direction. Let's try 200. Okay, that looks a bit better. So we'll stick with that for now. Alrighty. So joining the game. So let's see. Let's what I should really do is see if I can join with multiple windows. So like I don't know if this will work. let's see. Actually, let me hide this real quick. Alright, so I got 2 windows now. So if I refresh them both, actually let's make a 3rd window just for testing. Alright, so in the first window I'll join. Maybe we need to refresh everything. Alright, so I'll join. So the first guy joined, the second guy joined, and the third guy, third guy doesn't seem to be getting a response from the server. Interesting. Let me check my server. My server is debugged. Oh, there's the failed to join game message. Okay, I'm not sure. I'm not sure why that took so long to happen. Alright, let me refresh them all. That should leave the game basically. And we should be able to join again fresh. So join the game. Join the game. Failed to join the game. Okay, cool. So that's what we expected. Not sure what was happening the first time really. Okay, so let's go ahead. We're gonna have to sync a lot of this stuff across the server, but for now, let's do something more exciting like the movement, maybe. So what we'll do is let's see. So let's see. So probably we'll need some more messages, of course. We'll have send input, and or maybe like send send input's probably good. So right now I've got this character input defined here, which is pretty much what we're going to want to send up to the server. Except we're also going to need like the frame that the input happened on. What we might want to do is also send up the current position, whenever input changes. Just so we can, make sure everybody's on the same page. Because it can get pretty complicated. Try to make sure, everything's lined up correctly. So, right, we don't have to use TypeScript here. So we'll just have input as an object. Alright, so get the input, and then we'll do like self.gameroom dot player input, and we'll pass in the socket ID to because you gotta make sure you know who it is, and then pass on the input. Alright. So, basically what we're going to want to do is update game state with the input, and then send updated state to the remote player. What we might do just for very beginning of this is just go ahead and just pass the input directly to the remote player because we're not really running the simulation in the server yet. We just want to make sure things are working right. So let's go ahead. What we probably want is let me look at my socket emit cheat sheet here. So you can do like io.emit to or sorry, it's io.to and a socket ID and .emit and send your message. So that's how we can send a message to the other person. So what we'll do is so we're gonna do that in here. Let's go ahead and have the server pass IO to the game room as well. I'm not using TypeScript, but we'll still try to define the member variables up there just to keep track of everything. So what we can do is this.io, and we're going to emit it to the other player, right? So this is almost making it like peer-to-peer through a server, which is kind of silly, but we'll make it server-based later. So if this is actually one of your players, so we'll see if it's P1's socket ID. Then we'll define other player. So other player is going to be P2. Otherwise, if this is, we'll just go ahead and copy all this. Otherwise, if this matches up with P2, then the other player is P1. So then if we have another player, then we'll just say else. If it didn't match with anyone, just return. We don't care about someone trying to hack us. Okay, so now we know other player set. Well, assuming assuming that both players have joined the game. So maybe what we can do is say let's see. In this case, both players have joined. Start the game. Let's go ahead and call like a start game function. So this is now, both players have just joined the game. We should go ahead and send perhaps like a game update indicating that it's time to start. And that'll start with all the initial game state. And so we kind of want to send it to both players. I am tempted to start using the room code in socket.io just to make it easier to send. Because otherwise I have to do like I have to do it twice, right? It's kind of silly. I don't really want to send it to all the clients. Let's see, how do you join a room? Let me just look at the documentation real quick. Let's see. Socket.io join room. Okay, you can just do like socket.join. So that's cool. Alright, yeah, so what we'll do is, let's have, when you join the game, maybe, I kind of want to call join with the socket object. I don't know. Maybe we don't care about rooms for now. Yeah, we'll just call it twice. Keep it simple, right? Alright, so we'll omit the start game message. I don't really, well, probably should tell you like what side you're on. I don't really know what to send yet. So we're just gonna pass like an empty object for now. Once we have the simulation in here, it'll make a lot more sense about what we're sending. Alright, yeah, we kind of just want to see something happen on screen, so that's why we're gonna go ahead and do, yeah, let's make sure we send it to the right person. So we're gonna say, maybe just like input update or something. We can always change it later. And we'll just pass it right on along. This way, the server doesn't even really need to know at the moment what an input is. Alright, so you send input, and then you can get an input update. So, and we also kind of want to do the start game message. So let's go ahead and add these things to our socket handler. So the new messages that the client can get are start game. We'll just say message for now. But for this we'll set the so what we want to do. Okay, so after you send the join game, then self.gameroom start game. Yeah, let's have it call this after the join game response, and then game room start game. What we'll do is start game will just check if both players are in the game now. So if player 1 and player 2 both exist, we'll start the game. Alright. That way we just get the messages in the correct order every time. So here, game started. And then the other one we added was, what did we call it? Input update. Alright, so then we're gonna get these input updates for the other player. But what we need to do right now, you're always kind of controlling the guy on the left. We need to make sure. Oh man. We need to make sure we're not like controlling the same guy. That would be really weird, right? For now, now what we can do... I kind of don't want to mess with this handle enemy input stuff. Because that's all for... I'm going to use that potentially... well, yeah, I guess I don't really need to use that to record. Oh, hi Blue Raccoon. What? Add me? I'm doing good. Thanks for dropping by. Yeah, I'm just trying to stumble my way through adding multiplayer to a game. after having biked 40 miles. So it should be fun though. But right now I'm trying to pipe the input across from one game session to another. Or I mean from one player to another. Imagine coding, right? That's what I'm doing right now actually. I'm imagining that I'm coding while I stare at a screen. Alright, let's see. So we're gonna get an input update here. Maybe for now... Yeah, let's have, what we could do... What are you coding? How? I'm coding in JavaScript, Phaser 3 game. Here, I'll show you real quick what we got so far. Let me, yeah, so, basically it's gonna be like a game where you control one of these, the guy on one of the sides, and you like try to shoot the other guy to kill him. And there'll be all kinds of different bullets you can shoot, right? And they're gonna try to like dodge the stuff, and shoot back at you. So it should be pretty fun, once I add all this stuff in. But, my goal right now is to try to make it, so that, like, I could play with you, if you go to my website. So right now I'm trying to hook up, like, a join game button. Why is that taking so long for my server? I've got some kind of error with, with my server. Oh, okay, I've got, yeah, it should be pretty, I think this will actually be pretty fun. Because, like, even just, like, spawning a bunch of bullets here, and then trying to dodge them myself, is I can see, like, it'll be fun. And, you'll have, like, an energy meter at the top, if you see, so you can't, like, if you just spam forever, you eventually can't, you have to wait for your energy to come back, right? And so you'll be trying to, like, you know, kind of like trap the other guy and then like shoot at him while he gets away. It should be pretty cool. Yeah, again, I just want to make it I want to make it so that I can play with someone else. That's my first step. But yeah, I've got a bug in my server JS. You're gonna be a god? Nice. Nice. You can actually start messing around with it if you want. Just let me get the address. Because I've uploaded it to there's a free hosting site called Heroku. So I've uploaded what I have so far to that, so you can mess around if you want. But I mean, there's not much game yet, but you can at least screw around. Right now, you can shoot the big balls with one, and spacebar shoots the little balls. But again, it's not really a game. Time to ball out. Nice. Alright. If you're really bored, you can play my other game that I built on stream, which again is not much of a game, but it's at least, you know, there's an objective. In that game, you basically just want to dodge the bullets and see how long you can last. you can see if you can beat my score. I got up to like 36 or something, which is probably not great, but I'm playing it right now on the other screen, but I can't share it because I'm not set up. Hold on. Oh, I'm doing pretty good. I only got 32. But yeah, see if you can beat 32 in the other game. Alright, let's see. Where were we? My bug. I was trying to fix my bug in the server, which is on line 37. That's where the function is. Socket is not defined. What? Oh, this is the wrong file. This one. 37. Socket. Oh yeah, what? Why did I put this down here? This needs to be in here. There we go. Alright, now my server won't be broken. Okay, cool. So, anyways, let's see. Okay, yeah, I was trying to pass input across. So right now I've got, if the client send input, it's basically just going to pipe it straight over to the other player with this input update message. Okay, hold on, let me, I haven't actually done that before. Let me see. Can I put in more than one message, or? Okay, you can only have one pin message at a time. What I'll do is I'm gonna edit my description actually. Alright. I've added the current game to the description. So you can check it out if you want. I'll be posting about it on Twitter later too if you want to follow me there. But yeah. Alright, cool. Alright, let's see. So yeah, we're passing the input, straight on over, to the other player with the input update message. So when they get this input update, it's going to have the other player's update. Oh yeah, what I wanted to do was, figure out which side each player's on. That's what should be in the start game message, basically. Yeah, so let's, well, we could consider actually like mirroring so that you're always playing on the left, but, I don't know that we need to do that. I mean, there's not really any advantage to playing on the left or the right, I don't think. If it was like a top or bottom game, maybe I would consider it, but I think left-right is probably the same. So, yeah, the start game message, basically we're going to assign, which side you're on. Let's see, how do we want to do that? I guess we could just customize the message for each player. Just something silly like side is 0 or 1. So like we could send the message there, and then side for, let's use like 1 and 2 maybe. Okay, so then gonna get the start game message, and well, go ahead and say go ahead and print out the side as well, just to see it. And then what we'll do is we'll call the begin new game function, but we're going to pass in the side that we're on. So default is going to be 1 just for messing around. Alright, so let's see. We'll have a 1 there too. Alright, so what we'll do is we should really just say like this, that side is side or something like that, probably, just to keep track of things. Probably gonna change tons of this stuff later, but I kind of just want to get some initial stuff working here. Alright, so that's that. And then, you know, what we could do is, have this instead be more like a lockstep simulation. I'm glad you enjoy it, Blue Raccoon. For putting it together in like, just like an hour or 2 or 3, it was probably more like 3. It was surprisingly fun, I thought, for just something simple that I threw together. I thought about adding more to it, you know, like maybe a button you could press to put up a shield or something. And you know, that you could like deflect bullets, or even like maybe you could deflect them into some area that destroys them to actually give you a chance at surviving even longer. And there's a lot of cool ideas you could do. But I wanted to start a different project instead. I started on like a strategy game type project, like chess-like, but I felt like that wasn't super fun. At least not immediately fun. I want to make a game that's more immediate. Like, you pick it up and you're like, oh, this is pretty cool. So that's what we're going for here. Something that's like fun to watch too, right? Sometimes. Yeah, I mean, it's like super random where they spawn. So like, yeah. And I mean, they always bounce in a very predictable pattern, so, yeah. Let me know what high score you get. I think like 36 was the highest I ever got when I was just messing around. I only played it a few times though. But yeah, so we're going to keep track of what side we're on. And that's going to determine what our input does, basically. Oh, so I was considering not actually moving you when you press the button and only moving you when you, have I thought about making an RPG? RPGs are a lot of work. I mean, an RPG would certainly be fun, but I'm aiming for a project I can actually complete. Because, I mean, I could try making like a really short RPG, and if I use something like RPG Maker and used a bunch of the, you know, the existing assets, yeah, if you're not a coder, I highly recommend checking out some of the, you know, the engines that do a lot more work for you. Stuff like RPG Maker is a pretty good entry point. I haven't used the newer RPG makers, so I don't know if I can really recommend those, but they're probably pretty good. I know it comes with a lot of free assets, which is always really cool, and at least in the older versions, you could program with like different buttons. Like you didn't have to actually write code if you didn't want to, which was really cool and a great way for someone to, you know, kind of dip their feet into programming. I know Nintendo just came out with some game called like Game Builder or something. What was it called? Yeah, Game Builder Garage for Switch. That might be pretty cool to check out. I haven't tried it out yet, but it might be pretty cool. They have a lot of cool demo games that people have made, so it's probably pretty neat. I don't know what else I would recommend for someone who has no coding experience. Yeah, it's pretty similar to Mario Maker, I think, but I think it's designed so you can build other types of games besides Mario. At least in their demo art, they show like a racer and like a top-down game, a bunch of different things. So, I mean, it's probably like Mario Maker might only builds one very specific type of game. So, you know, Game Builder might, you know, build. It is. I mean, it's a lot more like Mario Maker in that respect. Developer moment. What? The DMCA police? That doesn't sound good. I hope the DMCA police aren't coming for me. I'm streaming free music. It's free to stream, I promise. Alright. Yeah, not the DMCA police, please no! Don't take me away. Twitch has all these funny emotes. I'm not familiar with most of them, but that one looks pretty funny. Alright, let's see. Kinda got on a tangent a bit. Yeah, I was trying to hook up so the input only goes for your side that you're on. Let's see, so we initialize the simulation, we make the player characters. You guess. What do you guess? That the emotes funny looking? Oh, I'm clear. Oh, whew. Ooh, I'm so relieved. Yeah, because I guess I should use one of these expressions. Yeah, and this one's really funny. Like, oh my goodness, it's the MCA police! Alright. Well, I promise I'll be on my best behavior. I will only stream free music. Oh hey, thanks for the follow. Yeah, I stream programming on the weekends and some games on the weekdays. Like been playing tons of Guilty Gear, so if you like Guilty Gear, be sure to drop by. Alrighty. Let's see. So we're gonna pass side in, and yeah. So I've kind of already hooked up where the character is placed based on I'm not placing them there. Oh, it's update character positions is what is updating the positions. Let's see. Oh, but it's already. Let's see. Maybe in initialize. What does that do again? Okay, so that puts P1 and P2 in the right spot. Okay, yeah, so really what I just want to do is, side is going to indicate which character you control. The player and enemy probably aren't great, great ways to describe it anymore, since it's going to be multiplayer. Let's see, let me think about this. Yeah, the character, I don't really need to update much there, I don't think. Oh, because that's just the graphical representation of the character. What we could do is pass in... Yeah, pass in the side into initialize here. And this will determine who you control. And we'll save this off. I probably need to fix up. I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to change so much of this stuff later because simulation is basically gonna go into the server, but or at least in the shared code. So it makes the two characters. Maybe I don't. Okay, really it's just gonna be when the input... Yeah, I don't actually need this in here. I don't think. Instead... Wait, what is that? I don't need that. Okay, so... in handle player input, that's probably what we want to do. Let's see. So this is the input. Now we'll figure out the input based on that. We don't need that socket emission anymore. Okay. So yeah, what we'll do is so handle player input. Instead of yeah, we still want to do all this you know. The owner ID is maybe what we need to change, because the owner ID is, I think we just want to do this. We set the side to the owner ID, because the owner ID is, one of these fields, right? The ID, yeah, it's 1 or 2 depending on who you are, and I've made side 1 or 2 depending on which side you're on. So I think that's going to be enough to correctly update your position based on the side. We'll have to mess around with enemy input later. For now, I'm just going to leave this here for using offline play. But for online play, we definitely don't want to mess with that. Okay, so let's see. So handle player input. Simulation's going to submit the input to the simulation. Right, and it updates every frame. But what we could do now is we can also pass it to the server. So if you're in a game, then emit input update to server. Oh, 42, nice. Now you're making me want to beat you. Now you're making me want to beat you. Alright, here we go. We're doing this. Oh, you can't see it yet. Oh, hold on, I need to not die. Okay, I lost. Alright, I'm gonna beat you now. Just watch. I had one of my friends play it actually, and he said he thought the best strategy was to stay along one of the edges, because then you don't have to worry about the balls coming from as many angles, right? So I think that might be the winning strategy. As long as you pay close attention. Oh, uh-oh. Oh man, there's a lot of stuff. No! I only got 39. Oh well. Oh well. Alright, I'm gonna go back to programming. Alright, so if you're in the game, we're gonna send the update to the server. So what we'll do is, yeah, funny raccoon man, you beat me, fair and square. Really, I just need to put in some cheats. Put in some cheat codes so I can win every time. That's the plan. The problem is if I coded it on stream, you could watch the stream. And then you would know what the cheat codes are. I'll have to, like, you know, hard code my IP or something. Alright, let's see. So we should know if we're in a game because if we join the game, there are no cheats yet. I would have to add them. I could make the classic is what, like no clip. Then maybe you could like walk outside the arena and just chill. And then you can watch all the balls bounce around. That probably wouldn't be very fun though, right? Let's see. What we'll do is, oh, we added the start game message. So, let's handle it there, maybe. Let's make like a begin online game function, actually. Start game, what did I call it? New game? Begin new game, there it is. So begin online game is mainly just gonna call begin new game. It would be fun to see the balls lag your game. Like if it's so many balls that your computer slows down. I mean, you could artificially put in some kind of effect like that. I've actually been, you know, with this game, I was wondering, it might be more interesting if like it slows down as there's more stuff on screen. That way you can actually like dodge stuff. But I'll just let me just add that to like the cool ideas. So we'll have a slowdown effect when more stuff is on screen. That is a neat idea. I'll save that for later. Probably won't get to it for quite a while though. Yeah, slow mode. I mean, it'd be pretty cool, right? That way you can like matrix dodge everything. When it's going really slow, and you can feel like a pro. We'll just make a boolean. Something simple. Make sure it has a cooldown like one of those games. Oh, like if you're saying if you hit a button and it slows down, yeah, I mean that would be pretty cool too. If you had I mean, yeah, you definitely have to have a cooldown if it for something like that. If it's for one, I don't know how I would really do it. I guess you could have so like I'm looking at this game and thinking you could have it so like maybe like you could press a button and stuff on your side of the arena slows down. which would be pretty neat. Yeah, let me write that down, because that would be pretty cool. That could be one of the powers you could use. Ability to slow down bullets on your side of the screen. That would be pretty cool. Alright, so we're gonna start with this being false. And then if our online game, set it to true. And then back in player input. If you're in an online game, we're just gonna emit the message. Send input. Yeah, thanks for the idea. I mean, I think, brainstorming like this for game ideas is always really fun. And I feel like the more people you do it with, the more cool ideas you get. Let's see, we're just gonna pass in the input. Alrighty. That seems good. Oh, but this is gonna do... Let's see. Do I have something that's like, if the input changed or not? Because basically, if it's not any different from the current input, I don't want to change. I don't want to send it to the server. Let's see. Well, for now, I probably don't need to worry about that. Like they say, don't optimize when you don't have to. All right, so we'll just pass it up every time this runs. I mean, it's limited to my 60 frames a second thing, so that should be fine. All right, so it passes up the input. It comes into the server here, and it's associated with your socket. So then it goes to the game room. Game room sees it, figures out who the other guy is, and sends the input update message to the other player. Yeah, man, 60 FPS. Gotta have. I mean, you see, on my screen, I'm actually running at like 100. I think this monitor refreshes at like 155 or something, or 40. 100. Yeah, I think it can refresh at like 155 or something if I let it get up there. This is an average. Frame rate is really just a running average, but gotta have those frames. So a lot of online games, run a bit slower. It's hard to send all that data across the pipe, but that's when you implement like client-side prediction and stuff, where you kind of guess what the opponent's going to do and draw it, and then you can roll back and fix it later if you need to. All right, so we're getting we're just gonna call a function that's like handle remote input or something like that. And we'll add this function down here. Somewhere. We'll put it in here. For now, it'll be this. Yeah, you gotta have more FPS. Man, some of these games, if you go play some old games, even new games, like, they really don't respect frame rate very much. They have tons of slowdowns. Like, I was playing, Zelda Breath of the Wild, which is a great game, of course. But, man, frame rate is not good in that game. Like, they can't even hold 30. It's kind of embarrassing, really, for a AAA game developer to not be able to meet 30 FPS. I mean, the Switch isn't the most powerful console, sure. But, whatever. I mean, you'd be surprised at all the horrible things game developers do. It's really terrible. I've seen a lot. Alright. So this is the input for the enemy player. POV? Breath of the Wild? I'm not sure what you mean. Let's see. Let's see. So we need to get the other side. For now, we're just going to assume. So the character input does have the owner ID, which is kind of the side that it belongs on, I think. Yeah, okay. It has the owner ID already in it, so we don't need to worry about that. The super simple way to do this is I can just say, what's your own inside joke? Okay. I mean, POV usually means the point of view, but that doesn't really make sense to me. Sorry. Alright. Let's see. We're gonna do... So this is not gonna be... This is not gonna be perfectly correct, because the input's gonna come late, basically. But this will at least let us see... This will at least let us see movement on the screen, I think. So, hey, bad jokes have their place in the world. I mean, you know, there's a lot of funny stuff you can... I like bad jokes. No one cares about spelling. only the grammar police. And they're right up there with the DMCA police for the types of terrible police. Alright, so this is gonna do something. I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen, but we're gonna find out. Alright, let me, I need to like split my windows so I can have, multiple copies of the game running. So, let's see. So, I'm showing you one here. Let me, don't know. Let me try to make another window. Let's do another window capture. I don't have a good way to tell which window is which in OBS, actually. I don't know. Well, let's, alright, so I got a second one here. Yeah, this is called local... This is called local co-op. For sure. Okay, let me, okay, so that's that one. Okay, cool. So I've got two different screens here. Let me refresh them both just to make sure things are good. And then I'm gonna click join game in both of them. And then I was kind of expecting to see the text change to game started. Oh, I've got an error in my server. Oh, I think I might have an infinite loop. Yeah, localhost is how, that refers to your own machine, basically. So yeah, I've got an error, in game room, it looks like. Let me hide these windows for now. Let me, Alright, let me hide those. So in game room, line 38, it says I have an error. Something's wrong here. What is it saying? Maximum call stack size exceeded. Oh, yeah, this... What was I doing? What in the world was I doing here? I'm calling this in a loop. Or, this is an infinite... This is like an infinite call stack. I can't do this. Why did I call start game here? What in the world was I thinking? I don't know why I did that. That's really dumb. Alright. Let's delete that and try again. Alright, let me bring up my two windows. It's not even a loop, it's really just like calling the same function over and over. Okay, so we got game started on one of the screens, but it didn't say that on the other screen actually, which is kind of annoying. Let me shrink it down a little more. I don't know, maybe we'll put it up here. That's probably pretty hard to see, isn't it? But anyways, yeah, I didn't get the side started text on the right screen. Let me see if I got any errors. Okay, I did get an error. Cannot read property horizontal movement if undefined. In main scene update, simulation has new input. I think I have an idea maybe of what's going on. Let me look at the call stack again. Simulation line 146. Oh no, not the moment. 146. So this was like, input here was undefined. Wonder why that was undefined. So, oh, I think I know why it was undefined. So we should probably just define P1 input. Let's see, some character has input, but I didn't define it in the constructor. So what we'll do is we'll just make like a default input, which it'll have all the fields of character input. See, the reason it worked on one screen and not the other is because on the second screen, you're controlling player 2 instead of player 1, and that has new input function is checking player 1 basically, right? It's not in this function, in this file. But it has new input. But that's part of the replay thing. It does look like it's checking P1 and P2, but whatever. Let's not worry about that. Okay, so the owner is gonna be the ID, or we'll put it below ID. We'll put it down here. And no movement to start, and the shot type is none. So that'll be the default input object. That I think will get rid of our error we hit. So let's refresh those pages up. And get them back on screen. Alright, so now I should be able to hit join game on both. Okay, and they both say game started. And they have a side indicated. So now I'm gonna try, oh hey, Yo, Ariana, let me eat that water you have there. No, this is my water. I need to have it, otherwise I get really thirsty talking a lot. You should find your own water. Sorry. Because this one's mine. Maybe I'll let you have the empty bottle when I'm done. No, that's probably not very good, right? Okay, I'm gonna try to move. Okay, well I moved around, but nothing happened. Oh, the remote client did move a little bit. Okay, so the remote guy is moving, but you can see it's not really in sync. That is bully. Yeah, it's a little bully, sorry. But you can see it's not quite in sync. And that's because we're just doing some super simple passing of stuff. On the other side, I can't seem to move at all, actually. And I'm not sure why, actually. I might want to go ahead and debug that. Well, I've got it up and running. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna go over to the code. This is a bit of a mess. Let's see. Let me just hide this for now. So I'm gonna try to debug this. Let's see, if I use Control P, it says I can open a file. Alright. And then, let's see. Why is it not letting me input? Let's go to handle player input. And put a breakpoint there, maybe. Oh, so we hit it immediately. Let me try. I've got W held down. Whoops. It doesn't seem to be setting it. Oh, I know. I just need to put a breakpoint in a different place. Let me I can show you what I'm doing. Let me make this one bigger. Let's see, I can probably make it even bigger. Okay, so I'm debugging here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the breakpoint over in W is down. And then I'm going to hit W. Oh, let me hit go. W. Okay, so it got that and set it. So then let's go down here. And we can see the character input is indeed -1. And it is for owner ID 2. So then let's step in there and see what happens. So then if it's owner ID 2, E2's input is going to set to the character input. So that seems pretty reasonable. It all seems pretty reasonable. So then the simulation, when it updates next, I would expect that the input is still set. 2's input. Oh, his input's back to... Hold on. It's back to 0. Why is that? Well, let's hit go. Huh. I am a bit confused, because this does seem to be setting it. We're setting P2's inputs to the character input. But then you're telling me when we get... We're updating quite a lot. But that makes sense because my frame rate is so high. I didn't remove the other breakpoint, did I? Oh, I think I did. Oh, let's go back to simulation. Just hit it. Yeah, let me. I don't think hitting it is helping. Let's see. Update. Let's check this again. So this .p2 .input. Why is it not set? Oh, let's see. Simulations, but I feel like I'm not hitting hard enough. I don't want to break my desk or make stuff fall over. Sometimes hitting it works, but generally hitting it doesn't work in programming. Because if you hit it hard enough to change the bits, then your computer doesn't work anymore. And that's generally a problem. I don't want to run into that problem. Don't worry about other things. But if my, if the microphone falls down, then I can't talk to you anymore. And that's a problem. Don't worry about those things. Yeah, maybe I'm worrying too much. Maybe that's the problem. And why is it changing back to 0 by the time I get to update? That doesn't make any sense. What is my call stack here? I'm in update. What is this? I didn't do anything weird in here, did I? Oh, that's for M and N. Yeah, we don't need to worry about that. Let's see. Oh, let's just go around again. So character input. Let's what we could do. It's not making sense because I'm not hitting it. Sorry, I'm not a super violent person, so I tend not to want to hit things. Let's see, I think I can add a watch here somehow. Watch. Yeah, let's add a watch expression. This simulation.p1.input. Or p2 input. Hello! You're here to play a game. First person to guess the correct number wins. Is the number between 1 and 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Oh, if it's between 1 and 5, does that mean it's inclusive or exclusive? Because, between 1 and 5, 1 is not between 1 and 5. It would have to be like 1.1. Are we including decimals? It could be 1 or 5 or well. Okay. Well, that makes a little more sense. I'm gonna go with 2. It's a whole number? Okay. That's good. The fighting game? Yeah, see, the fighting game thing, we're kind of both agreeing to hit each other. Oh, nice. I win. In a fighting game, it's like a contract, right? Where we both agree to hit each other. So that makes it okay. I I do some like fitness boxing, but you don't hit people in that. You only hit the bag. Oh, you gave me a follower. Nice, thank you. I appreciate it, Haywire Gamer. Alrighty. Yeah, at first I thought you were a bot, maybe. but clearly you're not. Yeah, I mean, you could totally make a bot that just kind of goes to chats and randomly says, pick a number and then, does stuff. I mean, that'd be kind of cool, I guess. But not much point to it. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how many bots there are on Twitter. I'm sure there's a ton doing all kinds of crazy stuff. You know, one day the bots are going to take over. And I don't know what we're going to do then. But that probably won't happen until they can program themselves. Which is why I need to continue programming. To avoid the AI apocalypse. Okay. Well, let's step over this. What? Why is this not available? Okay, because I didn't step out of the current function. Okay, so that updated. Oh, I wonder if I'm getting input. You could. One day you're gonna body slam a robot. I mean, yeah, that might happen. Maybe there will be like a store you can go to that just lets you body slam robots, for a fee. And they could look all lifelike to have people take out their anger. That would be pretty weird, wouldn't it? I'm surprised. I mean, they have like, where you can go and get like a big sumo suit and like wrestle. I'm just imagining something like that, but it's like a robot in the suit and you beat him up. That would be pretty funny. Okay. Can I set a memory breakpoint? I don't know if I can do that very easily in JavaScript. I use memory breakpoints a lot when debugging like C++ stuff. But I don't think I can do that here. You're body slamming the salesman. Nice. Is that what you do when like somebody door to door solicits? You just like open the door and like clothesline them? I mean, what are they gonna do, right? You open the door and they try to hand you whatever they're selling, and you're just boom, right in the face. I don't condone violence, though. Don't do that. It's just funny to think about. We're very peaceful here. Just trying to program. You're not answering that. I mean, if you put up a sign, right? If you put up a sign on your house that says, like, if you solicit, you get attacked, then maybe that makes it okay. I don't know. Or like, if you have a sign on your doorbell that says, if you hit this, you'll get hit. And then, like, I'm imagining, the cartoon boxing glove comes out and just like, bam. Let's see. I'm trying to figure out where I need to put a breakpoint. I'm wondering if maybe the socket stuff is messing up my input. Let's put a breakpoint there, because I think that's probably it. Maybe it wasn't. Huh. still not sure how it's changing. That is a mystery. Okay, hold on, let's go through it again. One more time, for good measure. Okay, so we're gonna step over, and our thing is still set correctly. Step out of the current function. Still set correctly. Okay, so handle enemy input. That's what's breaking it. Okay, that makes sense. All right, we're done here. I know what's wrong. I'm gonna close this. Yeah. So the problem is I'm dumb. That's the problem. Okay. Sometimes, you end up spending a super long time debugging something, and then it's just like, oh yeah, that's what it was. No, the problem wasn't you. The problem was me being stupid. See, the problem is that I'm calling this handle enemy input function, which is setting the thing to 0, which obviously, we don't want to do that. So we're basically just not going to call this, if we're in an online game. So if we're in an online game, don't call this. No, you weren't eating the code. Everything worked exactly like I told it to. But that's the problem. One day you'll be able to program and you'll just be able to say, do the right thing, and the computer will do it. But we're pretty far away from that. Alrighty. So that'll fix that bug. So now we can go ahead and see the player input from both screens. We'll go ahead and check that out just since we got it working now. Let's see. Let me shrink them down a little, maybe. Yeah, so I've got multiple monitors, but obviously you can't see my multiple monitors. I already killed the bug. It's gone. Alright, so we're gonna join the game with both of these. And then over here we'll move. And he's moving. It's not quite in sync, but it's there. And then over here we're gonna move. And look, it works. So that's cool. But as you can see, it's not quite right. And there's a pretty good reason for that. And the reason for that is that I'm just being really quite naive about how I handle the remote input. So what we need to do is, what we can do is, we can also pass in, the position, as well. And really we want to pass in like a time, or like which frame of the simulation, that input occurred on. Very similar to how I did the replay stuff, actually. In the previous session. So, like when I record the replay, I'm recording like which frame that input occurred on. So let's go ahead and try to add that in to our game. So we are gonna need to keep track of like the current frame. Because we're not really doing that yet. So, where do I want to do that? Probably somewhere around here. Let's, it probably makes sense for the simulation to be in charge of that. Actually, I don't think I'm tracking that already. I am kind of for this replay stuff. But that's not exactly That's not exactly what we want. Because that's really just kind of debug stuff that I was messing around with. In fact, I'm probably just gonna move that all into a another function. I'm just gonna copy all that over here. And in fact, I think I'm just not even gonna call it yet for now, because I probably am gonna end up breaking a bunch of the functionality of this as I implement the game. And I've also kind of changed my mind on how I want to record it, because I'm currently recording player 2, but like I could just record player 1 and then play it back mirrored, and that'll be great. So we're just gonna ignore all that stuff for now. You're gonna eat my desk. I don't even think I have my desk on screen. Maybe I do. Is this my desk? Yeah, okay, I do have a desk on screen. It's pretty hard to see though. But no, you can't eat my desk. It wouldn't taste very good. Why in the world do you want to eat my desk? You're a big fan of fake wood? I can't say fake wood tastes very good myself. Not that I've ever had any. I really don't have much urge to lick my desk. I am kind of hungry though. It's not looking very good though. Alright, let's see. Oh, this is also part of the... Oh, this is what's recording the replay stuff. Let's not call that either. Oh, the DMCA police is back! Oh no! He's coming for me. It's the same song, I swear. I swear it's the same song. I have the credits in my YouTube profile. I don't know if I have the credits on Twitch though. Uh-oh. Maybe that's a problem. No, it's all from Dova, which is a pretty cool Japanese site. Laughs in DMCA. Yeah, I know, right? Dova's a pretty cool Japanese site. Dova-JP. It's pretty cool. It's the same song. I mean, I could change up the song. Do you want me to change the song? I have a few different ones I downloaded from Dova. But this one's pretty, chill, right? I don't know what else I could play. Do you want me to change the song? We could try, let's see. We could try this one, maybe? I might need to turn it up a little. This one's got a nice beat. You don't care? Well, I'm gonna change the song. Let me know if it's too quiet. That'd be too quiet still. There we go. That might be loud enough. I actually don't really listen to music too much myself when I'm just doing whatever. But I feel like people probably want some music. If I did listen to music, it would probably just be like Symphogear songs all day. I'm a big fan of Symphogear, the anime. Really good music. But I can't play any of those songs on stream, because I think King Records will come for me. Alright, what am I doing? I'm doing something. I think I'm trying to, yeah, I'm trying to record which frame of the game we're in. Alright, so this guy, he'll start at 0. And, let's see. Probably need to restart it when the game starts. I don't know if I had, yeah, I guess I don't really have, the game kind of just goes. The game should probably not just start right away. Right? So we call initialize. But we don't really call, like, start game or anything. So, in begin new game, let's call, simulation dot, start game. And, we'll put this up near the top somewhere. And this will, start our current frame. And, I don't know that I need to change too much else. I mean, I've kind of got... There's probably a lot of stuff. Oh, I call initialize again, actually. Oh, yeah, let's just, we'll just put it in initialize, actually. Because I don't think I need a whole nother, oh, and I just put it there. Okay. Yeah, I don't think I need anything else. Okay, so then, in main scene, when we send input to the game, we're going to pass in the frame as well. So actually what we can do is, we'll add in, like, frame to here. And, TypeScript, that'll generate a lot of errors for us. Frame, we'll just initialize that to 0. And then, down here, frame is going to be, the simulation dot current game frame. And, in simulation, every time we call update, after we update everything, oh, I've got tick. I've already got tick. Maybe I'll use that instead of frame. I'm already calling it tick in that replay stuff, but I'm probably not keeping that. Yeah, let's have current game frame be a different field. But we'll just update it at the same place. Okay, so now we're recording that, and when the input goes through, yep. For handle enemy input, we'll do the same thing, but that's not gonna really matter because we're not testing that at the moment. Okay, so then what we're gonna do is, when the input comes across, okay, yeah. So now the next thing we need to do is, in handle remote input, let's go ahead and, instead of just passing this into submit input, we're gonna call it like submit remote input. And then in the simulation, handle input, what did I call it? Submit input. Alright, so in here, so now we've got a bit of a problem for ourselves because, basically if the input dot frame is less than, or is, yeah, if it's less than the current game frame, then we have a problem because this is essentially input from the past. And so, wait, what? What scared you? Did I make a weird sound? or the music you're saying? Let's see. So yeah, so if character input was something else, what was it? Something bad? I don't know. I don't know what it would have been. Or maybe it's this one? I don't see what it would have been. I don't see what it could have possibly been that would have been bad. Alright, well let me know if there was a problem. The character input scared you. I don't know why this character... why did the character input scare you? So we need to replay this input in the past. It's pretty unlikely we'll get it in the same frame because it says put character input. I'm trying to figure out if you're making a weird joke because it says put. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, man. You lost me. Is it bad? It's probably fine. Alright. Let's see. I get you in my trap. The trap of bad jokes? Is that the trap? That's fine. We're here just to mess around anyways. Alright. We need to replay the input in the past. If we somehow got it in the same game frame, which I don't really think that's possible. Because the latency should be enough. But if we somehow got it in the same frame, then just go ahead and pass it through. But that's probably not going to happen. Instead, we need to kind of do it in the past. So what we should probably do... Yeah, I think I know what we should do. We should probably add the position you started at into the character input. You forgot the joke. That's no good. Let me try to... Can I make a joke out of this? Like you forgot the input to your joke? We forgot the output. Because we knew what the input was character input. And it said put. Yeah, now I'm done. But anyway, fake wood. Knock knock. Knock knock on fake wood. Let's see. It's already 5:10 my time. Isn't the new Hololive person debuting in like 6 or something? In like 50 minutes? I think I might want to watch it. So I might end my stream at 6 or so. Because I am pretty curious what this singer is going to be like. I don't know if you follow any other VTubers. But I don't... Does she already have a that it's gonna be on. Man, lots of for Hololive. I don't know if you've heard of. Have you heard of Hololive? It's a big VTuber group. It's pretty popular. If you haven't, I'm about to send you down the rabbit hole, of which there is no escape. So fair warning. But fair warning. I'm looking up a link now to see. Is this it? You're a raccoon of much knowledge, so yes. Yeah, well, Hololive's Iris is debuting, pretty sure it's it. Pretty sure it's at 6. I found the waiting room. No, the channel's not. Oh, that's the subscribers. Anyways, I'm gonna call my stream at 6. And take a break. I am pretty exhausted still from my big bike trip this morning. But yeah. Okay, let's see if we can make the movement synced up before then. So what we need to do is essentially, if we know where the character is and what the input is, we can kind of just figure out where they should be, which is great. So what we'll do, let's go ahead and add the current position into here. So that way, that'll make things a lot easier to update later. And when you're doing it on your end, we can just grab we can grab the current easy games. I laugh. I don't know what I don't really know what you mean by that either. a lot of stuff's going over my head there. We want to grab the position of my character. So what we're gonna do is so I don't know which one it is, right? So we're gonna do get X, and we're gonna pass it in the side, and we're gonna do the same thing for the Y. Whoops. Chuck Norris can dribble a bowling ball. Can he? I mean, I don't know if he can. Do you have a video of this? Bidler10, do you have a video of this? Because I don't know if I believe that. Chuck Norris drinks napalm to fight his heartburn. I don't know about that either. I mean, he's a pretty cool guy, right? Like, he likes to roundhouse kick people. That's for sure. Man, that's like a super old meme. How old is the Chuck Norris meme? I didn't know people still memed about that. Like, that's really old, isn't it? I think it's pretty old. Are you a bot? Are you a bot that passes around Chuck Norris memes? Okay, I guess not, since you posted a video, but now I'm scared to open this. I'm scared to open this and see what this is. I'm not gonna open it on stream because I'm too scared to open it. I don't... It's Benny Worm? What is this? What is this video you've sent me? I don't understand. I don't understand. That's really weird. Yeah, can you eat the bot? That was a pretty weird video. I didn't watch it with audio because I'm not hooked up to I'm not hooked up to play audio separately from my stream, and I didn't want to stream it. But that looked pretty crazy. That was pretty crazy, man. Alright, I want to add this function. Alright, and then we're just gonna be super lazy about it. And do it this way. Actually, we're just gonna make this like a get player function instead. Chuck Norris. I don't know that we need Chuck Norris memes. I mean, revolving doors probably have they probably have some safeguards, right? So that you can't slam them. I don't know. Maybe I do. Maybe I do need the memes. V. Yeah, I don't know what V is. The dark is afraid of Chuck Norris. I mean, yeah. I'd be pretty afraid too. You know, this guy just popped up. Alright, so we've got the player position hooked up. He can kill 2 stones with 1 bird. that one's actually pretty funny because it's so ridiculous. I like because the saying is 2 birds with 1 stone, but it flips that on its head, right? Alright, let's see. So I've got my new X and Y in here with this get player thing. Did I mess up something weird here? What's going on here? No, I missed the opening bracket there. There we go. What time zone am I in? I'm in Pacific, the US Pacific time. It is currently 5:20 p.m. West Coast. How about you? What time zone are you in? Yeah, on the weekdays I pretty much stream after my real job is when I stream on weekdays. But that's why on the weekend I can kind of do whatever I want. Let's see, that's good. What's wrong down here? Oh, this is the enemy input thing. We'll just copy this for now. Not one VTuber in the East time zone, man. Why? Yeah, I don't know. I'm sure there's some VTubers in the East time zone, right? Probably not anyone, super popular. I don't know, man. Maybe us folks on the West Coast are a bit cooler, right? Okay, Biddler. I don't think we need Benny Worm in our chat. Let's not spam about random stuff, okay? Thanks for dropping by, though. Alright, player info, let's add the X and Y there. That's a pretty funny looking emote. I don't know who it's supposed to be. I'm gonna assume it's, some Twitch person that I don't know. As are most Twitch things. Yeah, I'm pretty clueless when it comes to Twitch. I only really have watched, you know, a few I watched a few like Legends of Runeterra streamers because I play that game. It's pretty fun, and I've recently started checking out Guilty Gear streamers. So that's pretty cool. I saw, man, I was really disappointed. I missed there was a Guilty Gear VTuber only tournament on Friday, and I missed it. I'm so sad. I'll have to try to play in the next... If they have another one, I'm definitely going to get in on that, though. I don't know if I'm good enough to beat them all, but I can probably place pretty well, I would imagine. But, yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I'll have to keep my eyes out. I made sure to follow the person on Twitter who was organizing it. Serena Penguin, I think was her name. She's also a VTuber, of course. Thanks Restream.io, I guess. I don't know. I don't know why you have that message in there, Restream.io. But okay, cool. It's encouraging me, I guess. I don't think I need that in my chat, though. Alright. Let's see. So I added the current X and Y position to the frame. So that's all hooked up. So now, over here, we're going to get it. And see what's neat about how the server currently doesn't really know about the X and Y position. But it's fine, because we're just sending the messages back and forth. I'm kind of making a weird peer-to-peer game through a server right now, but I'll probably change that later because I do want the server to actually be responsible for figuring out, you know, when bullets hit people and stuff. But for now, I just wanted to get movement kind of synced up. So yeah, what we're gonna do here is basically. We're going to set that player. So let's see. I added that get player, so I can get the player for that character input. And then what we can do is set the player X and Y to the current X and Y from the input, and then what we can do is set their input to the input. And then kind of what I just need to do now is run the simulation for them. For now, what we're going to do is we're just going to call execute input. I think. Let me check. What does that do again? Execute input does move and shoot. Shoot is going to be messed up if I actually shoot, but let's not shoot for now and just do the simple thing. Because again, I am going to move a lot of that into the server. Where were we? I got lost. We were in remote input. Yeah, okay, I'm looking at it. So really we just kind of want to do like player.execute input. Well, character input frame is less than the current game frame. Execute input. And character frame plus plus. Okay, so this will do something, I think. It might be one frame off. I might need like an equals 2 here or something. But I'll be leaving the input. Yeah, let's run this and see what happens. I'm curious. Super curious what's gonna happen. Let me bring up the game. So let's show it. Alright, so we're gonna join the game. Alright, and then we're gonna try moving. So you can see now it's still not quite in sync. It's still not quite in sync, actually. So what we're probably going to want to do, I wonder. So I'm a little confused as to why the X and Y is not setting it in the right spot. Because I would think as soon as I move it all, yeah, I don't know what's going on with that. I might want to have it. Am I getting errors right now or not? I got a bunch of weird errors. Hold on, I might need to when the coding hit. Yeah, when the coding hits different, I might need to actually restart my one of my server things. In the background, let me do that. Sometimes sometimes things get out of whack. All right. So I restarted the server. Let's join the game. Okay, so now it's a little weird, but you can see that I do end up in the correct spot, it looks like, every time. But it's got some very odd like prediction that it's doing. Like it's not as smooth as I want it to be, unfortunately. But at least you're kind of looking at the same game, right? Interesting. I don't know, I mean, maybe the messages just aren't arriving quick enough for it to, it's even weirder over here. I wonder what's going on there. That's pretty weird. Yeah, I mean, I think what I probably will have to do is research online a bit. That's weird that player 2 is so different than player 1. That's pretty interesting. Yeah, I think what I'm going to have to do is research a bit how I should be doing this. Because it's a little, I mean, this has certainly been just kind of a hacky exercise. In like a super gimpy peer-to-peer, peer-to-peer type setup. Yeah, I guess, Oh, I think I understand. I think I know why it's predicting so far ahead now. Yeah, I thought about it. Oh, well, let me get some water. Oh man, I'm almost out of water. Yeah, the reason it's predicting so crazy is because, it's because we're leaving the input there. We're leaving the input there. And what we should do is we should clear it out afterwards. Let's see. What I might need to do is, I kind of want to define, like a blank input. Yeah. What I'm gonna do is, yeah, now here's what I should do. Where was I? Handle remote input. I'm gonna set this to just, I'm gonna set, we're just gonna do this real quick. This is a little quick and dirty, but it gets the job done. Is there anything else I need to set? Okay, we'll set shot to shot type none too, but it should still be none because I'm not actually trying out shooting. And I don't think I need to change anything else there. So, doing this, I think will make things a little bit less crazy. So let's join our game, and then now when we move around, still a little janky. Why is it jumping so far? Oh, I think now I also guess. So the problem is we're doing it to the current game frame, but they might have let go of their input quite a bit earlier, actually. Hi, Bombus Pro. Well, yeah, the problem, right, is when I'm doing the input, it's oh, hold on, I don't have the other screen up. It's predicting too far ahead. I mean, probably the messages are coming really slow as well. It has to do with how I've built the game, because yeah. Anyways, what I'll probably end up doing is moving a lot of this logic into the server, and then just having the server send down position updates. That may just make way more sense. Though I will have to, I'll have to experiment with some different things. But, because there's a bunch of different ways you could do it, right? But, Alright, well, I think that's probably enough for now. It's gonna get a lot more complicated. I don't want to go ahead and start that. I don't really want to get started on that and then stop in like 20 minutes. So I'm gonna go ahead and stop for now. But we definitely made some decent progress here. But I'll have to I'll do a little more work offline to make things make a little more sense for me. But yeah, thanks for joining me the whole time, Blue Raccoon. It's a lot of fun. And yeah, I'll probably I might stream tomorrow some game dev. We'll see how I'm feeling. But yeah, then I need to come up with a schedule for next week. It'll probably have Guilty Gear in it. But I don't know what other game I might play. I might try streaming some Runeterra, because I do wanna rank up to Masters. Bye, Blue Raccoon. Thanks for watching again. All right, well, I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream now. Uh, check me out on Twitter if you want to see what's next on the schedule. Thanks, everybody. Bye.